Yo, what's up, everybody? Всем привет. Quick update. It's been a while. Today we're gonna look at what's Vlad been doing with his Jeep. I've been drying my trailer, my RV trailer, and we're gonna do a little review test run on a battery jumper pack that I acquired. That I think is pretty cool, or at least it's supposed to be pretty cool. So, Vlad's been doing some seals and pinions and rings. I'm gonna try to see what's my mic. My mic is giving me trouble there. It's sticking out. It's lowering, I guess. It's blocking you guys' view. And I think it's gonna eventually start bothering everybody. Let's get the suck off of it. This little guy right here in the microphone, and it lowers the microphone, so hopefully you can hear better now. So anyways, I've been running this 8 kilowatt diesel heater, and I'm just drying the trailer after the winter storage. It didn't really get wet or nothing like that, but over the whatever time of the month of winter storage, and I store it outside. This thing just stays outside. I mean, you still get a little bit of I guess, moisture, да? Влага все равно собирается в салоне. Как ни смотри, оно ничего, главное, там ничего не течет, но все равно чувство такое, как бы влажное внутри. Но mold, значит, грибок никакой там не растет, все чисто, аккуратненько. Если видно будет. I don't know if you can see it. But... So I just brought it home, opened it up, put the heater in here, let it run. It's been running for the most part of the day, and I'm only like halfway through, so работает. This trailer is on rent, so need to make sure this weekend upcoming rental is gonna be ready. На выходные трейлер забирают в рент, так что надо приготовить, как говорится, технику. Кстати, Влада Jeep. This is Vlad's Jeep. He took his Usbc light bar and he put these Usbc yellow amber lights on. Usbc'овские противотуманочки. Это, наверное, один из самых чистых черочков, которых есть, которые еще катаются. Vlad does a really nice job, slowly building it up, taking his time. It's very clean and basic and simple, useful build. He just goes camping on this thing, but he goes anywhere he really wants to, kind of. No lockers, not re-geared, but basically just maintained right. Nice wheels he put on there, 16s. Размер резины у нас 285, 75, 16, 285, 75 на 16. Or like this maybe, I don't know. Drilled rotor brakes, or brake rotors. Володя, какой лифт здесь у тебя? 3.5 inch lift, by the way. 3,5 дюйма лифт стоит. Вот. Владу скоро сделаем сюда еще такие венты. I'm gonna scratch his paint. We're gonna make him some vents eventually. But this thing is just basically ready to go. Look at that. Он всегда готов на выезд. Diesel fuel for his diesel heater. He's always got the briquettes for the fire, for making kebab, drawer system with his stuff in there. So he's doing a little bit of a service. Rooftop tent, вот такую палаточку мы поставили ему. So I made the rack for him, or crossbars I should say. So you can get these brackets. What was the brand from the brackets? You can't hear me. What was it?
JCR Off-Road.
JCR Off-Road. So JCR Off-Road компания. JCR Off-Road, they sell these brackets, gutter mount brackets, and I would have made them the other way around, but that's how they made them.
K suspension makes better ones, 3-inch.
K suspension?
Yeah.
So K suspension. Anybody listening? K suspension. Это компания, которая делает другие. Но суть того, что вот, к примеру, получается, you just need a crossbar that holds your tent as low profile as possible. He wanted to put a bar in the front, which probably we're gonna eventually end up connecting it throughout. But he put a bar So he put a light bar or a deflector in here eventually. And then we might do the same loop bar for the back with another couple of these brackets that he's got, so he can put his tubbies in here and little maybe storage for firewood or whatever. Короче, вот так вот мелочевку, чтобы ложить было куда. Сейчас у него тут mechanical crap, all sorts of tools. Oh, look at that, another roadie. Вот, масочки, шмасочки. Все чистенько, аккуратненько, very nice and clean. By the way, he does a very good job keeping stuff clean. Let's go inside. I'm working on some trailers. Короче, время пришло построить пару трейлеров. Time came to build a couple of trailers. I'm building one for myself, one for my buddy. And we're working on designing it. Делаем дизайн, все перерабатываем. Как видите, тут все. This is a laser cut steel. It's gonna be a pretty good trailer, overland trailer style, right? So, but to do that, the 2x4 дюйма, 2x4, 1/8-inch wall. I need a welding platform to weld the trailer frames on. So I'm gonna build a trailer platform out of this stuff. Будем строить платформу сварочную, чтобы на ней можно было расположить запчасти или части, вернее, прицепа, которые пойдут при сборке. Потому что это как, this is like puzzle, it's very simple. I'm not gonna show you the details. This is secret stuff. Секретно все, супер секретно. Вот. А сегодня, что я сегодня делал? Я сегодня взял, у меня кедр вот такой. I have some cedar like this that I, 2 more beams left. I need to cut out this template. I had a customer request, was made this. So такое вот вырезается вот отсюда. So I'm cutting that shape out of these beams, but then the remaining material выкидывать же не будем, да, что остается. So we're not gonna throw away what is remaining. See that there? So what I end up doing is cutting a bunch of cedar cutting board planks. I don't know, grill your salmon boards, whatever you want to call them. So they're roughly 5/16, 3/8 thick. I think 5/16. Где-то примерно миллиметров, не знаю сколько здесь. Ой, наверное, сантиметр, может, толщиной, может, меньше чуть толщиной. Такие досочки получились. Это с кедра. И на них классно делать мясо, готовить. Или просто доска нарезать еду, как говорится, пока ты по поездке, просто в костер кидаешь потом. So these you just use to, you know, cook on, grill on, or cut on while you're on a trip, and then when you're done, you just discard it into a fire and pull out a new one. I mean, why not, right? Что еще? Oh, this was my test run milling aluminum on my CNC, but I screwed up and didn't set the right speeds on the bit, so they end up eating up this. But this would be the shape, as you see. This will be Vlad's hood vents, if that makes sense, that I designed for him. But I need to work on this a little more to finish it up. Here's a cutting board. Man, I'm all over the board. Я просто делаю все и про все и для всех. А это вот досочку попросили. Ребята, сделал доску. Вот такой BudNixon. Made another board for a buddy. And here's a cedar plank that I'm basically following up on. I mean, right here. You can buy, I don't know how much these cost, but you buy a set of 10 for something at Costco. В магазине вот такой продается, а можно свои сделать. I just thought maybe, you know, make your own, so to speak, right? Then, а как нарезать эти доски? На таком здоровом станке. So you use this big boy to cut those out. So, let's talk about this guy, huh? Сегодня поговорим немножко о этом. Почему именно такая технология и вообще зачем она нужна? So the biggest thing, why you need one, why it's worth carrying one, and why this one specifically, I'll cover all that. So this part of the video, I'm gonna call the review part. Это будет как ревью, да, небольшое. Hulkman, reasonably priced. Я посмотрел на них. Цена у них неплохая. Заводит, короче, они обещают, заводит 6-литровый дизель. They promise me to start a 6-liter diesel The price is good in my opinion. One thing they are really, I think it said somewhere here, they were talking about low temperature protection, because it's supposed to work like when it's 40 below Fahrenheit or Celsius, я не помню. Короче, вот такие данные у нее есть. That's its information a little bit. But this thing's supposed to work. It's supposed to have a preheater in there to heat it up so it does better when it's cold outside. And my batteries have kind of gone bad on the truck. And that truck has a 7.1 diesel. But hey, we're gonna give it a benefit of a doubt today because it's not necessarily 40 below. Сегодня у нас сколько? Градусов 60? 65? 60-65 degrees, где-то примерно градусов 15 по Цельсию. And this is a dual battery setup. So there's two 12-volt batteries to start that truck. That's my cat hauler truck, my tow truck. Anybody needs anything towed, I'll tow it for you. I mean, not for free. Не бесплатно, но перевезем. So we can try this guy on there. So I'm gonna open this up. Ну что, откроем. Let's open this guy up, so to speak, right? It's like a surgery. I'm excited. Woo! So we're doing Alpha 85S, and they're supposed to be coming out with a 100 version that even supposed to be better and bigger. Да, они должны еще сотку выпускать, которая будет лучше и круче. So this is literally just out of the box. Heavy duty, huge, большой. Большой. Oh, look at that. So what we got in the box? Pretty box. Красивая коробочка. Все так запаковано, так эстетично, красиво, да? Но в коробке у нас что есть? What do we all have in the actual box? This thing is, I think, stuck. Yeah. So we have a USB A, USB-C cable. That's always useful. Then we have a USB-C charging cable from 110. Это зарядное на 110. Это, я так понимаю, просто USB-C, USB-A переходник. А это чарджер, зарядка получается для машины или что, я так понял? Или что это, я так понял? Вот. So back, you have a USB-C, you have USB, and you have a DC. Ага, 12 volt out. So you would have a 12 volt output if you go like this. So to charge it, I'm gonna take this plastic off because we ain't sending this back. Отправлять его точно не будем. Это оставим уже себе. Себе родненькому. Мне просто давно хотелось. Don't you love this feeling? Не нравится вам вот это? Кайфово. Было бы что классно, если бы они дали еще чехол. I would love to have a nice. Oh, look at that. They gave you stickers. Наклеечки даже дали. Manual. Manual. So you got a little manual of what's going on, what to do, what not to do. Multi-language. We'll read that later. I'm Russian, I don't read manuals. Мы русские manuals не читаем. Стопудово фонарик есть. Yep. And this thing is 75%. Look at that. Oh, it's dialed up. So we're not 100% even charged up. I wonder if it has different modes of light. Yep, brighter, flashing, red. Okay. So разные виды. Значит, и это получается in-out написано. So это заряжать, то получается можно подзаряжать. Просто, мне кажется, я думаю, что можно заряжать просто в машине его прям подзаряжать. So you could probably recharge this while on the go in your car through your regular USB charger in the car. Or you can charge it obviously at home by 112. Or I mean 120, sorry. So или дома заряжаем, или на ходу заряжаем. И потом можно заряжать свое барахло. So you can recharge your devices as needed. Но мне самое интересное, если мои подсевшие аккумуляторы сейчас на траке заведет, эта штука заведет мой трак. What's my curiosity if this thing at whatever 75% was, right? If it's gonna boost my big truck outside. And let's see if it does. So, опа, воткнулись. Oh, it has even like this little plastic thing, right? So you don't short it out. Маленькие даже такие штучки есть. Маленькая штучка пластиковая, чтобы не корротило. Man, он вес такой хороший, увесистый. I mean, this thing is not sure how heavy. I mean, if you're interested how heavy it is, I can look it up. Because I'm starting to become very interesting myself. Не говорит. So, Hulkman, Pasadena, California. I'm not sure if they're made in California, but the company is saying that they're a California company. So we have preheating technology. Here we go. This is the reason I bought this thing. The product can be used at 40 below Celsius to jump starter reaches starting temperature within 100 seconds. The jump starter reaches starting temperature within 100 seconds. So in 100 seconds you can jump start it when it's 40 below because it'll preheat itself. Короче, эта фигня, она сама себя подогревает в течение 100 секунд, чтобы можно было лучше заводиться. Это просто круто. 2000 ампер, 2000 amps maximum peak current. Battery capacity is 20,000 milliamps, if I'm understanding this correct. So 20 тысяч миллиампер у него. Все показывает. This thing is supposed to light up. So when you hold the power, it just goes on, right? I think. Power button, press 1 2 seconds to power the jump start. LED buttons, press 12 watt outlet, LED. So I guess you just hold it for a little bit and it gets it going, gets it ready to go. So hazardous chemicals inside the stump, blah blah. We don't care about hazardous chemicals because they're just hazardous chemicals. Yeah, contact Hulkman, and it is a local California company. I'm not sure. Like I said, obviously it's probably made in China. I would not be surprised. Made in China, designed in USA. You got all the information here. That's very nice because the back gauge has all the information for you. So let's go start it outside, eh? I'm excited to try it at 75%. Now, if it doesn't work for you when you're stranded somewhere outside, it's okay. Don't feel too bad. The reason the video cut is because I like to make my clips not too long because the file size then too large. Well, we got Vlad here. Vlad's gonna give us a hand. Vlad from Northwest Adventures.
Yes.
On YouTube, Northwest Adventures on YouTube. Check it out. Follow his channels if you haven't. Subscribe. But don't forget to give us a subscribe and like if you've seen my channel first. My name is BudNixon, by the way. I should probably introduce myself. I don't always introduce myself. Я всегда себя представляю, потому что многие, кто меня смотрит, уже меня знают, so I don't introduce myself usually. Because if you're watching my channel, you probably know who I am. But anyways, we're recording from beautiful Pacific Northwest, city of Salem, Oregon. Мы из штата Орегон, город Салем, столица штата. So 75%. The truck that we're gonna try to start here. We're not able to do a cold start, but I've been running down the battery, so I couldn't start this thing. So, покажи gauge. Show them the gauge.
Which one are we looking at here?
We're looking at that gauge. And can you hear the clicking?
Nope. No, nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening. So let's go put it on a let's go jump it. Turn it off. Now they're gonna say you guys did something to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So this is no BS review. Because I'm excited to see if it's gonna work or not. So ground у нас здесь. Positive у нас здесь. Oh, and it says ready. Look at that. I don't know.
I'll hold it.
I'm just gonna let it hang. When I started, you could unclip it. I mean, if it starts, I guess, whatever. So anyway, 75%. This is gonna be interesting. I think it started too fast. %. 71%, so it's obviously telling us that it got juiced down. I mean, considering that we're doing it in these weather conditions and at this time of the year and this 7.1 turbo diesel motor in the truck, I think that's cool. So, highly recommend, I'll just say I recommend you get one. And let me get the truck parked, and we'll talk a little more about why do this instead of doing a dual battery setup for your car. So stay tuned. Чтобы он не это самое.
I think you could go to your settings and you could control the timeout screen.
So,
Or you just have to screen it.
oh, it's okay. You can talk. Vlad and I talk. So the whole thing about it, why I started carrying one of these guys instead of actually doing a dual battery setup. It's just simply the fact that it's a lot less things. This thing is a lot lighter than second battery. If you put a good 100 amp hour battery into your truck, in your Taco, in your Jeep, in your whatever cruiser, Pathfinder, whatever you're driving, right? Range Rover, Land Rover, I wanna, you know, G-Wagon, whatever you're driving. Anyways, if you have a good 100 amp hour battery, for the most part, you should not have any problems with starting up in the morning, whatever you're doing. Now, in my case, a lot of times I'll run my diesel heater at night, and last thing I want to do is, you know, not be able to start my car. So I always have one of these guys. Now, previously I was carrying a lot smaller one that I bought from what's that place in Wilsonville, the electronics store? Fry's Electronics. But I bought that thing like 5 years ago, and I think it's getting a little bit old. So I'm transferring that one to like a smaller car starter or whatever, because I did start certain bigger cars with it. That, I mean, most people were like, "Yeah, you'll never start me up." But so this thing should start things up crazy, because it's, you know, by their things it says basically they'll start at 8.5 and a 6-liter diesel. Суть простая, что зачем возить два аккумулятора, ставить себе машину, когда можно просто-напросто иметь хороший один аккумулятор на 100 ампер-часов и просто иметь вот такую вещь с собой, которая весит в 3-4 раза наверняка легче, чем аккумулятор. И просто на всякий случай, если у вас, ну, машина сел аккумулятор на том. Но это просто, если вы что-то сделали, мне кажется, неаккуратно. And in general, if you have a 100 amp hour battery, that thing will last you a long while before, I mean, you have to be concerned about it. Honestly, in all my years of being out there, I've never really had any issues. I mean, I would run my freezer combo for 2-3 day weekend, not even starting the Jeep ever. Throughout the weekend, my kids would be charging their devices, and myself, you know, charging phone and camera gear over the weekend, drone batteries, whatever. And I never really had any problems with lacking or not being able to start. So having this just basically gives you an extra peace of mind, and plus you're carrying a lot less weight. And I think everybody will agree nowadays that we carry so much more stuff in our trucks, in our Jeeps, in our, you know, in our favorite 4x4s, that we just carry too much junk, and we're becoming too heavy. That's the main reason why people are having so many issues on the trails, you know, snapping axles and breaking drivetrain, just because we're just so overloaded. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Again, check these guys out. I'll put a link on Amazon for this. I do not get paid for the link, so when you click on a link, I get nothing from it. I'm just sharing this information with you guys. So thanks for watching. Check this guy out. Highly recommend carrying one of these devices with you, and then stay tuned for more videos upcoming eventually down the road. Peace. Всем салют!